何も話さないなら切るぞ。
綾小路清隆。
あんたは
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to Classroom of the Elite Season 3, Episode 3. We never forget what we endeavor to forget. I guess the more you try to forget, the more it becomes present in your mind. Is that what they mean by the title? I don't know. But last episode, well, first of all, they finished the special test, I guess, that they were doing. No one is expelled. They were going to expel some people, but they brought them back. They brought them back with their points, so they're not going anywhere. And Manabu still with Nagumo was just a diversion. For Nagumo, his goal was to expel was Akane? Yeah, was to expel Akane Tashibara. But Manabu's like, no, she's not going anywhere. And then he brought her back, I guess. And I love that scene between Ayanokoji and Karuizawa, where she was like, what if the same thing was happening to me? When he's like, I would not, like, basically he would protect her, you know. He won't let her be expelled, no matter the cost or something or other like that. I'm like, oh, ah, my shipping heart felt that. But then again, it's like, we know who Ayanokoji is, so it's like, we may be feeling like, oh, that's so romantic. But in his mind, it's like, yeah, he's all cold and calculating, so I don't know. We'll see. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/philly And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Nietzsche. Is it Nietzsche or Nietzsche?
All my life, I never thought.
Why are you in English? Okay, starting over.
私は自分を善人や悪人だと思ったことはない。どんなことでも正面から受け止めようと、そう誓ったんだ。
So Ichinose, is it gonna be focused on her?
坂柳。
なんでしょう、南雲会長。
正直意味なくねえか、この生徒会室って。俺がいるところが生徒会室なんだ。
ユニークな視点ですね。
で、要件は何だ？
これから彼女に対して攻撃を仕掛けます。
And you're telling him?
最悪の場合、退学することになる。
Oh, he loves his potions.
ご容赦を。
いじめる程度にしておけと言ったはずだが。
少々手荒にさせていただこうと思いまして。
大胆な女だ。
Okay. Why does she need to be telling him that? Like, if you're gonna be manipulating things and getting her, say, into trouble or whatever, why let Nagumo know? I know she said that say was a student council officer or something or other like that. So I'm guessing she's part of the student council. And Nagumo is the student council president, but I'm about to say, but what if whatever you do in the darkness or whatever, that it doesn't come to light? What would you tell Nagumo? Or do you feel like Nagumo is someone that can figure out that you did something and then he may retaliate against you? Or what? Oh.
じゃあ軽井沢さん、新しい彼氏ができたわけじゃないの？私もさ、ステップアップしなくちゃって思ったわけだけどね。ああ、すごい。軽井沢さんが平田くんと別れたそうよ。あなた、あの二人と仲がいいみたいだし、知ってたんじゃないの？
知るわけないだろう。
軽井沢に振られたんだって。まあね。どんまいどんまい。山内やめれ。
おはようございます。
What the heck?
山内春樹くんはいらっしゃいますか？
I was like this. She was gonna do something to him.
少しお時間よろしいでしょうか？
I was like, she's gonna do something to him because he tripped her.
実は以前から山内くんと少しお話ししたいと思っていたんです。
マジでマジで
あちらでお待ちしています。
あちらで。
You're about to die. He's about to die.
これは罠よ。
は？
あなたが誘われるという事態が異常なの。
だよそれ。
普通に聞いたらただの罵倒だな。
But it's true though.
このクラスのリーサルウェポンが。
Okay.
坂柳さん、本当に山内くん好きなのかな？
にこれまで接点はなかった。恋愛に直結させるのは安易じゃないか。
キヨパン冷静。
Yo, pon.
軽井沢さんだって可愛いと思うけど、清高くんはそう思わない？
どうかな。
まあ、今ここでやるの？後でよくない？
油断大敵だ。
Who's reaching out to you? Who are
みー
you?
ちゃんでいいよ。
Oh, so that's Mii-chan.
呼ぶし。
Okay.
ハードル高いな。保険は
Wait, calling her Mii-chan is a tall order?
なんで俺に
It's-
特別親しいわけじゃないぞ。
You closer than most.
平田くん、綾小路くんが一番頼れるって。私にもチャンスあるかな？
あると思うぞ。だから次に付き合う時には慎重になるんじゃないか。
ゆっくり、どっしりだね。
ああ、最後に笑ったやつの勝ちだ。
The one who laughs last.
普段あんまり喋らないから、もっと怖いかと思ってた。
He can be scary.
本気で私の話聞いてくれてるんだなって。
Oh, he was.
もしかして、ひよりちゃん、デートとか
Oh,
やり
okay.
ましょう。
I thought for a second that he was the queen.
それで、どんなお話を？
中国に一度行ってみたくてな。
ああ、
Huh?
みーちゃんは中国からの留学。
Oh, she's Chinese?
いいよね。私もそう思います。敵対し合うだけが学校生活ではありませんし。
I hope she's as sweet as she seems.
遅くなってごめんなさい。
わざわざどうした？今日はよく相談を持ちかけられる日だな。
一ノ瀬さんの周りに妙な噂が流れてるの。一言で言えば誹謗中傷よ。
具体的な内容は
まとめてみたわ。
妬み扱いで終わりそうな気もするが。
それにしては1年全体に広がるペースが早いのよ。 B クラスの神崎くんたちは A クラスが発信源と見ているようね。
坂柳あるいは桂木か。一ノ瀬は否定しているのか？
いいえ、今のところは何も。
俺たちが介入する理由はない。一ノ瀬に敵とみなされる危険すらある。
兄さんならどうするのかしら。こんな時間に呼び出してしまってごめんなさい。
大丈夫だよ。私のために配慮してくれたんでしょ。綾小路くんもありがとう。
Oh, he showed up? I thought he was just going to go by herself.
坂柳さんじゃないかな。
どうしてそう思うの？
彼女に宣戦布告されたからかな。私は沈黙することで坂柳さんに対抗できると思ってる。そうすれば B クラスも C クラスも。
Oh, yeah, they're class C now. I forgot.
なら一緒に。
この件に不用意に足を踏み入れないで。堀北さんたちが坂柳さんに目をつけられる必要はないよ。心配してくれてありがとう。でも本当に大丈夫だから。
She had this minute to basically, like, this is what Ayanokoji said, like, not to meddle. And she tried to meddle, and Ichino says, like, don't
さ
meddle.
っきも言ったが、
Exactly.
しないことだ。
でも一ノ瀬さんが敗れたら次の標的はやはり私たちよ。一ノ瀬さんがどうなっても構わないということ。随分と冷徹ね。
いずれは戦って倒さないといけない相手だ。
A クラスが落ちて B クラスと一騎打ちに持ち込むまで。
それは理想論だ。
She's doing this because she's seen her brother basically save
まだいたのか。
the girl.
少しいいかな。
Akane.
本当にごめんね。
どうして謝る？
綾小路くんたちは気にしないでくれればいいから。
B クラスの連中にもそう言っているのか？
それだけなんだけどね。付き合ってくれてありがとう。じゃあね。
何も話さないなら切るぞ。
綾小路清隆。
あんたは
Okay.
動き出したということか。
That voice sounds like Shigoraki's voice.
何かあったのか？
綾小路か。全員のポストに妙な手紙が放り込まれていた。
一ノ瀬穂波は犯罪者である。
これだけあからさまだと学校側も動きそうなものです。
Oh, maybe they won't.
先生に相談しよう。こんなの許せないよ。
あ、一ノ瀬は完全に被害
Maybe she's actually not.
大丈夫。
Maybe she's actually done something in her past. That's criminal.
じゃあほなみちゃん、どんどん悪い噂広まっちゃう。
そうだ、断固たる処置を取るべきだ。
ねえ、話があるんだけど。
確か A クラスの。
カムロマスミよ。
茶かコーヒーでいいか？
ココアはある？
ある。
じゃあココアで。
二択を用意したのに、まさか第三の選択肢とはな。
Uh-huh. I feel like she doesn't go with what people tell her. She makes her own choice, basically.
あんたのとこの山内とは違うわけだ。さっきの一ノ瀬の手紙、どう思った？
興味ないな。犯罪者だからって悪人とは言えない。
一ノ瀬は坂柳に秘密を握られてる。
悪いが信じられないな。
だから一ノ瀬が隠してる事実をあんたに教えてあげる。あれは入学式の後。
あなた万引きしましたよね。あなたの手際は見事でした。
返すわよ。ほら、
つまりあくまでもスリルを味わうための行動でしかないということですね。
さっさと学校に突き出せばいいじゃない。
気に入りました、カムロマスミさん。あなたには最初のお友達になってもらいます。
Oh, your first pawn?
私は万引きの常習犯だった。
だった。
今はそんな暇もないくらい坂柳のやつにこき使われてる。一ノ瀬の秘密は私と同じ。
万引きの過去があるか。
だから坂柳を止めてよ。あんたならできるんじゃないの？
なぜ俺なんだ？
それに坂柳が一番警戒してるのがあなただからよ。
そいつは光栄だ。だが信用はできないな。
Mm-hmm.
どうしなら証明してあげる。
Oh.
ほら、
Did she go shoplift?
確かに本物だ。信用しないわけにはいかないな。
それはよかった。頼んだから。
これ持って帰れよ。
Man, you are busy this episode. Everybody wants to speak to you.
櫛田桔梗が南雲みやびと接触したそうだ。
わかった。
I love those eyes. I love those eyes. It's like that kind of cold. Okay, so you've made your move, huh? Now it's about time I take care of you. That kind of look. I love it. Ayanokoji has been busy this episode. Has he been busy or have people been... Well, he's been busy. With people coming to him all throughout with their problems and whatnot, asking for advice. They first started this episode, right, with Sakayanagi going to Nagumo and letting him know that she was going to go after Ichinose. And clearly, Nagumo let her do whatever she wanted to do. And then they go to Classy, and they're like, Hirata and Karuizawa broke up, right? And with Hirata having broken up, and he's supposed to be a spec, I guess, there are a lot of girls that are after him, and one in particular goes to Ayanokoji and is asking him for advice on how to approach Hirata, and he just tells her that she has a chance, but she needs to go slow and steady. And while they're having their discussion, Hyori shows up. And now it's them three there. And she's like, okay, what are you talking about? And Ayanokoji's like, I was thinking about going to China. And it turns out that Mii-chan is from China. She's an exchange student from China. And, that happened. Excuse me. And then was it after that Sakayanagi shows up in Classy wanting to talk to Yamauchi? I said this previously, man. The way, I don't quite remember which episode it was, but Yamauchi tripped. I don't think it was in the first episode. It must have been. I'm trying to see if it was during this season, because we're only in the third episode this season. No, it's not this season. It must have been last season, where Yamauchi. Oh, excuse me. Yamauchi and his friends, they were walking together, and then Sakayanagi walks by, and then Yamauchi trips her accidentally. Of course, it looked like an accident. From his point of view, it's an accident. And she fell, and he's like, okay, are you okay? And then she's like, oh, I'm fine. But the way her eyes were sort of like darkened, like someone that's plotting something and all of that, I'm like, oh, she's gonna do something to him, right? And then this episode, she shows up in the class and she's like, I want to talk to you. And she's making it seem in front of everybody like she has an interest in him. At least Yamauchi thinks that she has an interest in him. And when she asked him to come with her someplace else where they can talk, Suzune, it's like, don't go. It's a trap. But Yamauchi is all in his head about him being the lethal weapon or whatever. And then he goes after her. I don't know what happened after that. We have not seen Yamauchi in the episode after that. So I don't know what happened. But he's probably okay, or they would have mentioned something in this episode. As of now, he's probably okay. I don't know. Either way, that happened. And then Suzune approaches Ayanokoji and she's telling him that there has been these rumors that have been going around about Ichinose and that they should help. But Ayanokoji says, no, we're not doing that. We're not putting ourselves into this. Ichinose may even see us as enemies and whatnot. She goes home, she thinks about it, and then she calls Ichinose. When they showed her in Ichinose at first, and then I believe it was Ichinose that was like mentioned Ayanokoji, so I'm like, oh, so he's there too. I thought she was doing this behind his back, but she did include him. But during that conversation, it basically came down to Domero. And I'm like, that's exactly what Ayanokoji told her previously. And the way Suzune was talking about, so you just okay with letting her go through all of this and all of that, and then Ayanokoji's like, you being, what's the word that he used? I had it in my mind. Idealistic. I think it's the way that he used the word that he used. When she said that, I don't know, I'm thinking that having seen what happened during that um the duel between Manabu and Nagumo where Akane was about to be expelled, and then Manabu used the class's point to dispel her expulsion, to not get her, to get her back basically. I don't know, I feel like she's seeing her brother in this idealistic kind of way, and that's why she's sort of like is reluctant to let this go. She wants to help Ichinose. So I don't know. Was she? Did she think about? Like, she was just asking herself at one point, "What would my brother do?" Did she ask herself that before she called Ichinose, or was it some? Was it after? I feel like it was before. So I don't know. But either way, when Ichinose Ayanokoji left the room where they had their meeting, Ichinose was waiting outside. And I may be wrong, but I feel like their conversation was basically a rehashing of what just happened inside with um Suzune. So like, I don't remember anything new that was said that I'm like, okay, it shed more light into her or anything like that. So that happened. And then Noguchi comes to school one day and there's a whole lot of thing going around. He's like, okay, what's going on? And then I believe it was Kasuragi that was there with his second in command, I believe. And he's like, there's a letter that has been like sent to like every student in the school or something or other like that, that Ichinose was a criminal. And Ichinose's attitude throughout all of these rumors that has been going around is to not say anything. But her classmates are getting angry. They're like, no, we have to do something about this. We can't just stay, you know, on the defense, not do anything. You have to do something about this. But in this particular case, even though before it was revealed that it's actually true, something told me that it was true, that she was a criminal. And that's why she's not defending herself, I guess. Even though she hasn't been defending herself previously for the rumors that have been going around. But when it came to this particular one, I felt like it was true. And Ayanokoji goes home and then receives, did he receive a message or did someone knock on her door? I don't know. And then what was her name again? Is it Kamiro or Kamuro? Masumi. Oh. Masumi shows up and she's like, she wanted to talk to him and then just proceeded to tell him about how she used to be a shoplifter, and Sakayanagi has been working her to the bone. She hasn't had time to shoplift, I guess. The way she made it sound, it seemed like she misses shoplifting and she wanted Ayanokoji to get rid of Sakayanagi so that she can go back to her favorite pastime, which is shoplifting. That's what it seemed like to me. I may be wrong, but okay. And she's saying all of this to Ayanokoji and asking for his help in order to defeat Sakayanagi because Sakayanagi, he's the one person that Sakayanagi worries about the most or whatever. And Ayanokoji's like, I don't trust you. So I guess to prove her worthiness or whatever, to prove that she's not working for Sakayanagi by being there, that she goes and then shoplifts. It comes out. I don't know how that proves that you are against Sakayanagi. Okay. And Okoji said that he was gonna believe her for now or something or other like that. I think he said he was gonna have to trust her. And I'm like, do you? I don't think he does. I don't think he trusts her. So yeah, that happened. And then he receives a call from Manabu, and then Manabu is like, I just wanted to inform you that Kushida has reached out to Nagumo. I'm like, okay. Okay. Let the games begin, I guess. Is there anything else that I missed this episode? Did somebody else come to talk to Kiyotaka? Because I feel like that's the role that he played most this episode. People coming to him and asking him for advice or something or help. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, just give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is going to be in the pinned comment. So you can just click on it and you can watch it right now. And you can also catch up with all my previous Classroom of the Elite reactions. There's a playlist in the comment as well. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Feels like an eternity. Please forgive me for my sins. And just wings, lifting and setting me free.